This car is a 1997 Mercedes-Benz C230. Problem I'm having is the gauge is not working. The whole cluster. The speedometer is working. I mean, the odometer is working. The speedometer is not. This guy is bouncing up and down. This guy is not working. That's not working. But all the other lights and everything else is working. So none of the gauges are actually sweeping or anything like that. One thing that you'll notice here is, let me turn on the key here. See, it's wobbling. So that wobbling part needs to be addressed. If one of these is wobbling, you got to fix it. So I'm going to take this out. There's two little spots here you can hook into, and you pull the gauge cluster out. You can watch that on another video. And maybe not. Maybe I'll just show you. Yeah, I'll just show you how to do it. So here's the tool. Stick it in. That's what she said. Twist, pull it out. Grabs onto these little guys right here. Do it the other side. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, obviously. Okay, it's out. Reach back here and you disconnect any connectors that are connected. This guy, push down, and then you pull this, and it comes off. See? And let's go back here. Got another one. Just gonna feel it. Yeah, the other connector. This guy. The piece was missing. Looks like somebody was already in here. So I just pulled that one straight off. Goes right here. And it just slides out like this on the side. And now I'm going to take this apart. Yeah, someone's already been in here. Would you look at that? So I'm going to take this apart. Oops. Oh, looks like I voided the warranty from 1997. Take it apart. Clip in there. Let's clip on the other side here. And that's apart. And you gotta be careful with these guys. These little buttons for here. So make sure those are unharmed. And here's our little culprit right there. Let's see. So we're going to take the back off now. back has little clips holding it on. Yeah. Okay. Now it's apart. Alright, so we're going to do a little resistor trick. Let's see, this was the bad one. The fuel is bouncing. So that's this little stepper motor right here. And we're going to bridge a resistor across here and see what happens. Okay. So we soldered this in right here, this little resistor, and I'm just trying a 10 ohm just to see if it works. The theory is these little stepper motors wear out, and if one goes out, then it takes the whole system out, and none of them work. So we're gonna plug it in right now and see if it works. Okay, I just plugged it in to see if it works. Okay, let's start this puppy up. Oh, hell yes, it works. Yes, yes, yes. So, let me put in reverse real quick. Yep, I'm just going a couple miles an hour. Yeah. Okay, so that fixed it. So basically, this video will help you fix the gauge cluster. If one of your gauges is bouncing around, you put a resistor on it. I already filled up the tank, so I know this is pretty accurate. I drove 15 miles, mostly filled it up, so it's pretty accurate. I'm going to check the accuracy later. But that's a 10 ohm resistor. You probably can try a different resistor. Yeah, this is just great. The whole thing started working. So the theory is the motors inside of here, if one of them doesn't work or gets worn out in one spot, none of the gauges work. All right. So if one is wiggling, you do this on that one stepper motor or replace that one, and all of them will work. All the ones that are not affected. If it's affected, it's wobbling. Okay. If your speedometer or the odometer, sorry, is not working, can also throw off the gauges. This video will not fix that. You need to actually replace or clean off the wheel speed sensor, or I mean the speed sensor has to be replaced, the one that spins the odometer. I think it's in the differential. A lot of times people can clean that, clean it with a, clean off all the muck off the diff. I mean, off the magnet on the speed sensor, and change the diff oil while you're in there, and then it should fix the speedometer. Or you might have a pop fuse or something like that, or cut wires. But yeah, this video is just to show that the gauge cluster can be fixed pretty cheap. Just a few cents for that resistor. So I'm pretty stoked that it's working, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. And if this video helps you, I'm sure this it will help you if you have a Mercedes Benz from the 80s or 90s or something that needs to be, and the gauge cluster is not working. This is going to help you out. Okay, and you can see in here, see there's the stepper motor right there for the gauges. And here's a little refresh of what I did. See, there's the resistor. I just went from this end to that end diagonally. The, what was that, 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock position. The resistor, 10 ohm. That worked for me. I'm gonna try see how much gas is in the fuel tank, see how accurate it is, but it's not gonna be as accurate as before. The whole point is just to bring the stepper motor above where it usually rests, because that point is worn out. So now we can just put it back together and we're good to go. Heck yeah. So leave me a comment. Tell me how awesome I am for showing you this cheap fix that hardly anybody really talks about. I tried searching myself online. Leave me a comment, like the video, and share this on the forum, please, and help other people, because I'm not going to share it because I got too many things to do. Okay? Have a nice day. And oh yes, love, peace, and chicken grease.